Okay, Rams, we're going to try this one more time. Just had to delete a bunch of stuff off my iPad. I ran out of storage. Um, but anyways, we're going to go ahead and do this again. Um, Second time for me, first time for you. We're speaking this week about ratios and rates. You guys just watch a video that was a little bit more on ratios. Most of your questions are going to be about rates. The thing you want to remember about ratios, the difference in rates is ratios, you're speaking about the same type of unit, like males to females or females to students, and you want to be able to determine whether it's part to part or part to whole. And that's going to be, as long as you have two of those three, you'll be able to figure it out. But let's go ahead and jump in, start talking about rates, talking about two different units of measure. So number one was speaking about the chess club members. They bought 6 tickets to a tournament and they paid $15. So they paid, actually let's go ahead and set it up. A lot of different ways to set it up. We're just going to go ahead and go dollars. We'll just abbreviate it. Dollars to tickets, and it was $15 per 6 tickets, and we're trying to find out how much it's going to cost if 9 members go, and each member is going to need a ticket. So let's go ahead and just solve for the unknown. Now, the first thing that you want to do is check the relationship and see if there's an easy comparison. Looks like you could multiply 6 times 2.5 to get to 15, or 6 times 1.5 to get to 9. That's a little tricky, so let's go ahead and just cross multiply and set it up that way. 6 times x is 6x, and that we're going to set that equivalent to 9 times 15, which is 20. Actually, it's not that. It is, I'm sorry, jumping ahead. It is 135. Then we're going to go ahead and divide both sides. 6x, that's multiplication, 6 times x. We're not solving for 6 x's. We're solving for 1. So we're going to divide both sides by 6. 6 cancels out. 135 divided by 6, you're going to get $22.50 is how much you're going to pay for 9 tickets to the chess club tournament. So that was number one. Let's go ahead and jump ahead to number two. We'll move through this pretty quick. The Conn's car averages 22 miles per gallon of gas. Predict how far they can travel on 5 gallons of gas. So let's go ahead and set it up as miles per gallons. Miles equals 22 miles, and it's already set up as a unit rate. It's 22 miles per 1 gallon. So we're trying to find out if how far we can travel on 5 gallons. So we've got to set up 5 on the same line as gallons. If we're getting 22 per 1, how many are we getting for 5? Well, we can see the relationship pretty easily. 1 times 5 is going to give you this column over here, or this number. 22 times 5 will give you your answer, how many miles you can travel on 5 gallons. So 22 times 5, that is equal to 110, and let's not forget the units, 110 miles they can travel on 5 gallons of gas. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 3. So number 3, John is at the shop and sees that 5 antiques cost $10. He needs 25 antiques to make a small museum. How much will 25 antiques cost? So let's set this up. We're going to set this up as dollars per ants, or antiques. We'll just shorten it there. So if we are spending $10 and John is getting 5 antiques, He actually needs 25 antiques. So we're going to set that across from antiques. And the relationship is pretty straightforward here. You don't have to do all the cross multiplication. The difference between 5 and 10, we could double this, or the difference between 5 and 25, we could multiply this times 5. We're going to get the same answer either way, right? 5 times 5 is 25, 10 times 5 is 50. Or the difference between 5 and 10 is doubled. We could double 25, and again, it would give us 50. So if he needs 25 antiques for his little museum, he's going to need to spend $50 on that. So your answer is $50. Okay, that was number 3. Let's go ahead and move on to number 4. Number 4, the bus to the exposition averaged 18 miles to a gallon of gas. So again, this is already set up as a rate. It's going to be miles per gallons. And if we're getting 18 miles per 1 gallon of gas, the question is, how far away was the exposition if they used 8 gallons? So we're going to set up 8 across from gallons. And this is a pretty straightforward one too. Well, obviously because there's a 1 over here. So 1 times 8 is obviously 8. So we could just multiply 18 times 8, I think would be the easiest way to do it. 18 times 8, right? Because 1 times 8 is 8. 18 times 8 is going to give you 144 miles. Let's not forget the unit rate. We're talking about miles. So if he uses 8 gallons of gas to get there and back to and from the exposition, you're going to figure out, let's see, how far away, if they use 8 gallons. Okay, so just ask how much for the round trip. It's going to be $144 he's going to spend on the round trip. So anyway, I hope that helped you out. You've got about 6 more questions to go, so good luck with that. We'll see you later. Bye.